Oh, I just finished premiering my movie. It's called The Legend of Iniqui. It's been cooking for like a year plus. So now we're ready to let the cat out of the bag and share with the world what it is we have in stock, or what it is we've been cooking. So I just finished my premiere, like I said earlier, and now it's like time for promotion of the movie because it's going to be in cinemas nationwide from the 24th of January. That's what's cooking.
We kill his children and we take his wives as my slaves. Everything that breeds royalty in his kingdom, we kiss my feet.
Iniqui is a legend, a very well loved princess from Kogi State, Igala precisely. One fascinating thing about that person is that till tomorrow her statue stands in Igala land, well respected, well loved and well appreciated for the sacrifice she made for her people. She actually gave her life so her people could exist, so they wouldn't be extinguished, because there was going to be a war. And the war happened because the guards disobeyed the instruction of the king and shed blood when they were not supposed to. So the gods asked for the life of the beloved princess. The king loved her so much, and so the gods asked for her life in order to save the people. So she willingly gave her life, even when her mom and her dad refused. She came out and said yes, if she will be the messenger of her people to the gods, she's willing to go. So that is the story of the legend.
So legend has it that her mother, Queen Omele, didn't have the best of times in the labor room.
As a mom, it kind of appealed to me a great deal because, I think parents, moms, dads relate to it more, especially moms. When you've carried a child and then you understand what it is like losing a child. Like I usually say, when a man loses his wife, he's called a widower. When a woman loses her husband, she's called a widow. When a child loses both parents, they're called orphans. But when a woman loses a child, there's no word to quantify, that situation. So I kind of was endeared to the story. Outside that, as at that period, I was working with the government, and my boss really wanted to expand the entertainment, arts and culture system in the state. So we're trying to bring in entertainment into the state. It was parallel to the same time I was thinking of doing my own personal project. So my team gave me the script, I read it and I liked it, and I said, okay, instead of shooting my film outside Kogi State, let me do something in Kogi State, with Kogi State, for Kogi State, something that can be celebrated. And basically Kogi State is like a tourist zone, because if you go there, it's a tourist area. You have the Lugard gravesite, you have the Iniqui statue. There are lots of stories surrounding these places, and so that was one of the reasons why I picked the story. Outside that also, I really wanted to share something from our Kogi State diaries, what stuff that we are proud of when it comes to culture, tradition, stuff that we celebrate as a people. Now Iniqui is a princess that we love and celebrate so dearly. Her story is told, from centuries after centuries, from age to age. Almost everybody knows her story. We're so proud of the Iniqui character also because schools actually study Iniqui as a book. Some people who have graduated now will tell you, oh, I read it as a book. So those were part of the reasons why I picked the story, Iniqui. It was hectic. It was a whole lot of stress. Now, financially, God, it was draining. But outside that, get everybody together, even though I had professional help from Sam Dede, Said Balogun, Oduade, they are professionals in the field, so they kind of lent a helping hand, and then the director also is one top-notch producer, director, Frank Raja Arese. So it was kind of easy, but the cast were new because we had a talent hunt before we had the movie. So there were people that you needed to educate on the intricacies of filmmaking. So it was hard, financially draining, but I'd say rewarding at the end of it all. Because I didn't expect the buzz, I didn't expect the love, I didn't expect every single thing I see happening now weren't things I expected, because Nigerian film culture, they're not very used to epic movies. But I always said to myself, when you do an epic movies and you do it well and you tell a good story, they will be endeared to, and that seems to be like what's happening now. So that's why I use the word rewarding. I'm kind of glad that they are accepting it, you know, much more than I thought they would. Very well. That's the biggest prayer. Very well. Because, you know, for the very first time, somebody has gone deep down, you know, into the culture of a certain people. And then those people are kind of identifying with the film. If you look at the comments, you know, you look at the reviews, you see people from Kogi State, Igala, Ida, you know, the Kogi State in general, they are so affiliated with the story. They relate with the story. So, you know, that's the situation. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get friends, family, colleagues to go see the movie and see what their culture and tradition is about and what they celebrate and represent as a people. So, you know, hopefully to do well. You know, I wasn't actually supposed to be in the film from the initial plan. But after the story was written, the director read it, and Frank, he said to me, Mercy, only you can play that role. I was so honored to hear that. That's what he said to me. He said, only you can play that role and make it so convincing. So when I read it, it was something I wanted to do because she was playing the mother of Princess Inekwe. So from the minute I started reading, I was already like almost in tears, you know, because as a mom, you know, just as moms, you'd rather die than have anything happen to your kids. It's practical, you know. So I agreed to do the role, and I think it affected me in lots of places. Like, it appealed to me in lots of places. It changed my life in lots of places. I learned in lots of places, and I understood that when I run after my kids, I worry about them. It's not strange. It's normal. That's what moms do. It was hard. You know, like as an artist, I used to be very, how do I explain? I wouldn't say difficult. I used to be very, I wouldn't say dramatic. I didn't used to understand the task of being a producer. But after this film, I think I've learned so much that I'll just tweet when you ask me to tweet and post when you ask me to post without any complaints. Like, basically, you know, because it's so much work. And you need like all hands on deck for you to make that impact or for you to make that mark, you know. And I'm so thankful to my cast, Said Balogu, Paulo Bazele, his mother and the father. They've been awesome. They've been so awesome in pushing the movie forward. Also, I can see my child is looking at me, Princess Inekwe. She's been awesome also, and I can't wait for her to hit, you know, top niche of her career.
Name Inekwe.
Lie to your king. I have sworn not to. Then I forbid you to keep away from me what the gods have revealed to you alone.
They want a human sacrifice. I will give them mine. My biggest fear would have been having to do it, being sure that I'm getting it right. It wouldn't have been the budget, it wouldn't have been the story. It would have been that after almost 20 years in the industry, you want to come out with something, you have to come out with something that's good. So my biggest fear was just, we have to get it right, we have to get it right, it has to be in place, everything has to be in place, it has to be perfect. And that was just my biggest, you know, fear. When you ask me, oh my god, like when you ask me that question, I could feel your eyes down here. Like, is there anything else going on with you? Yes. Stuffs are going on. Like, I'm expecting my baby number 4. Like you already know, I have my cooking show. I'm a mom of 3, so this is like no drama. No. Okay, so this is my baby number 4, so it's not like anything out of the blues. I also have like my own kitchen talk show. It's called Messy's Menu, which will be starting the 2nd season pretty soon. I work for lots of brands like Hollandia, Chi Exotic, Pennec, Vironi, Mr. Chef Salt, and lots of others. And we have like projects lined up for the year. Outside that, I have movies also lined up. Hopefully after baby comes, I can, you know, gather everything around and put them in place where they ought to be. Alright, it's challenging. It's not easy for anyone, you know. But what what has always worked for me is putting everything on a scale of preference. It means, like my appointment here was for 11. I wake up at 5:30, get my kids ready for school, walk them into the school bus, get back, get dressed, and I come here. So it means for me, it's God first, family, then work. So God has to be settled. My family has to be fine with what I'm doing or where I'm going to. I have to be certain the kids are fine. My husband is okay before I, embark on any journey. I have to. My home front just has to be stable before I go anywhere. If it's not, no matter how important that thing is, I just don't do it. And if I tell you, say make a bello, I know go waste time not to do like so. If it shall be well with you. Like that's my favorite song. I sing for my husband all the time. Like when I look at my husband, I just go, now because of you, I get the goosebumps all over. That kind of thing. I like the song because it's referring to something passionate or something about love. So I like it. I like that song like a whole lot. In fact, right now at home when they're playing this song and I'm singing, my kids like Purity goes along, yeah, damn no. So I like the song. No. Been there, done that. Age is telling on me. No, like I just calculated like if I have to do that, what would the younger girls do? So when you go past a certain level, you try to go above that level and do better. It's not like that's not doing better, but sometimes age, you don't need people to just tell you what's right or wrong. For me, and I just feel like I've gone past that level. I'm answerable to too many people, my husband, my kids. I hate to embarrass them in any way. My daughter is all growing when she gets a hold of my phone. Sometimes she begins to Google stuff. She said, my friend said, I don't think, and they're very inquisitive kids, so I don't think it's something I'd want to do to make my kids question me in any way or have like something in their mind they want to ask and they can't. I don't think I'd want to do that. I think the biggest difference would be my sense of maturity is better, my sense of judgment is better, and I now know better. Like some of the errors I've made in the past are things that I wouldn't do now. Some of the choices I've made are choices I wouldn't make now, I want a human sacrifice. I will give them mine.
Even know that I am Oba Esige, son of Ija. Look,
If Oba Esige wants war, what do?
We give him war. And we burn down his kingdom. And we kill his children. And we take his wives as my slaves. Everything that breeds royalty in his kingdom, we kiss my feet.
Hi guys, my name is Mercy Johnson Okojie, Nollywood actor, host, entrepreneur, mom, and you are watching Goldmyne. Don't stop watching and don't forget my movie, The Legend of Inique, will be in cinemas from the 24th of January. I'd be so glad if you all come in and see what magic we created. I talk too fast, right? I know. I'll be at the cinema waiting. Thank you.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmyne TV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.